Hey guys, welcome back to kit number 5, and in today's episode we are going to be building an automated melon farm that is unlike anything that I've seen. This melon farm will harvest the melons as soon as they grow. So we're going to take the bud switch that we've been using in a couple of our builds, and we're going to extend those into a melon farm that has a cascading bud switch is what I like to call it. So I hope you guys really enjoy this because this one took me quite a bit of time to design. So make sure you sit back, relax, and enjoy. So let's build this thing. We're going to need a 7x11 area that is 8 deep for this thing. So it might seem like a little bit of room, but yeah. So let's get rid of these green blocks. So the place where the melons grow is going to be 4 blocks above where the bottom layer of redstone is going to be. So let's go ahead and create that, which we got 6 that we're going with on this build. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's get rid of these bottom blocks and then put a row of blocks right here. Now we're going to, if you remember the bud switch that we created, we're going to do kind of a cascading bud switch. So we want to do regular piston, a sticky piston, and a redstone block. Now we're going to want to create the bud switch then, which go out diagonal here, blocks across here. There we go. Now the redstone torch is going to go right there, and then we're going to lay redstone across all of those. And this creates a bud switch, right? Bud switch, bud switch. There we go. Alright, so now we want to take this redstone, actually finish completing this bud switch. So we're going to block right here, and then we're going to build up to be able to turn off that bud switch when it needs to be shut off, right? So that is what that's going to do. So now if a melon grows, bud switch goes, melon gets broken, and they'll all get updated. I just messed up on that. So we got to update. There we go. Bud switch working. Now we have a little bit more redstone that we want to also do in this area because of our build. So we want to take a redstone torch coming off right here, go like right there so that it's deactivated. And then we want to take that redstone signal and we're going to play with it a little bit. So we want to bring it around and then come on up here, and we're going to place redstone right here with a repeater right here because we don't want these redstone signals intercepting each other. And same thing goes here. We want to place a redstone here, but we don't want those playing with each other, so we're going to go right there. So now we want a sticky piston right there with a cyan or a block right there. Cyan wool is what I'm using. And then we want to be able to take this signal then, and we're going to grab it out with a comparator or a repeater, and then we're going to put that into another block. So now we want to build the part that pushes the melons down and breaks them when one grows, I guess is how you want to say it. So we're going to take this signal right here. We're going to go repeater. That's at 4 ticks. 1, 2, 3, 4. That goes into a piston. Comes here. That goes out. And this is a 2. If you guys don't realize, I really like this whole repeater block thing. And then we're going to take this signal, and this is what's going to activate our pistons then. So this line is going to go across, and we're going to take this line all the way across here, and then our pistons are going to run across this too. So our pistons and our sticky pistons are going to go across here like so. And then we want to place a solid block on those pistons so that no melons will go through it. We don't want that one. We want that right there. We're just using stone for this purpose. I accidentally updated that, so that's why that went through. So let's put that back. So now let's get to the bottom portion of the redstone because this is the top portion of the redstone all completed. Okay, so when this goes off, this is going to get activated, which activates this. So we want to take that signal and bring it down. So we're going to come here with some redstone dust, and we're just going to chain it down, I guess, run it down, however you want to call it, down here. And we're going to bring it across and down like so. And then this goes into a repeater at the bottom of that little stairway, right like that. So then we want to make a hopper timer, which we're going to need all but that. So from here, we want to place a block right here with a comparator right there and a comparator right there. Now we want hoppers that go into each other to make the hopper timer, right? Then block, redstone, and redstone like so. And then we want on this side where the signal's coming into, we want to place a sticky piston over there and a regular piston over there and put a redstone block on that piston, or on that, on that sticky piston. Now this is where we have to go down below. So because we're going to be running redstone right here, right? We don't want this to be messing up with this piston when we go over like so, right? So we're going to have to go down below here to do this portion of the redstone, which I think is just that much right there. So we're going to take this signal then, and we're going to go 1, 2, and we're going to go into a repeater, which is going to then activate this block. But then we are going to redstone it, but we don't want those intersecting, so we put a block right there and a block right there to go up and over like so. And then this is going to go off into this next part we're going to do. So now we want to handle the part where these blocks right here that the melons grow on get pulled down so that the melons can come across and get to the hopper that we have here at the end. So let's go ahead and build that. So we want to put a block at the base there, and we're going to put sticky pistons going across here because we want them to be able to push and pull the dirt blocks. So let's put those like so, and then let's go ahead and put those dirt blocks back like so. And now we need to power a row of blocks that go across it right like that. So then we're going to bring this, we're obviously off a little bit, but that's okay. So we're going to bring this redstone signal and bring it across like so. As you can see, perfect. It's strong enough right there. If you need to make this stronger, you can put another repeater right there if you want, but it doesn't have to. So now this is going to be the completed design, but we need to obviously put some water in here. So one thing is right at the end here, we want to have a water source that is right here because this water is going to be what takes the water down there. We're also going to need a water source going across like so because we need water to water these plants or these melons, right? So you can do that however you want, like so. That should be good. And now when we want to collect these, we can collect them in a hopper here at the end. And personally, what I do is I take half slabs just because they're, I don't know, I like using them better for some reason. I don't know, this is just what I had in the design. Half slabs that go across here, just so I knew, because I have a chest right here in my design. So now when we look at this, if we grab a melon, we should be able to take a melon, put it on, it's going to be that one, or that one. It's going to activate this, push it. There we go, and I didn't put items down here. So this isn't going to push back, which is a bad thing. So now there we go. We need to put items in here now. I would say 32 is what I was using, and it seemed to work fairly well. Now, the only thing is if that goes off again, then you're just gonna have melons sitting up here until another one grows, which is fine. So I'll show you guys here we go. So here it is. Like I said, it can grow on any one of these that updates the piston. So let's go see if we go right there. See, I did it before the 32 items transferred back. So we had a little bit of leakage there. Okay, the 32 items back. Let's do it again. So 32 items are there. Goes. Perfect. So, there's the working product. Now, one thing I forgot to mention, this is where, if you didn't realize, this is where your melon seeds are gonna go. So just like that. So then when you bone mill these things, your bone mill is gonna go right here on these guys, and your melons are going to grow over there, activating, and there we go. So that is something I forgot to mention. So let's actually try to explain a little bit about what's going on here, right? So we're using the bud switch again, where if these blocks get updated, it's gonna update it's gonna update the piston to retract and go back and forth. So that's why I'm using this cascading bud switches, so that if it grows on any one of them, it I just showed you, it harvests them. So it's gonna be a smart system that is, as soon as one's ready, it goes and you're good to go. Now the only flaw in this system is, like I said, if these 32 items don't get transferred back and this piston is still extended, well then you're gonna have this thing break and activate with these things potentially still being up. And then you're just going to have Melon sitting there until another one grows, which there's no big problem in that. So what ends up happening is when this retracts, so when those get updated, right? Let's update this. Those retract, which when that retracts, this line gets turned off, which updates this line, right? Now when that line gets updated, it's going to be turned on. So when that turns on, this line turns on. So this line turns on and the pistons go down and then they come back up. So that's what breaks the melons. Now that's just a simple little repeater system going into a NOT gate that goes into a little one tick pulse creator. I don't know, the monostable circuit is what I think they're called. And that goes into here to activate that. Remember the timing on these, because the timing here relates to the timing of this system, so that those are retracted when those get pushed down. So we take this signal to here then. So when that gets deactivated, this line gets activated. Another NOT gate. So when that gets deactivated, or this line gets activated, this monostable circuit activates, which follows this line down here, which activates this block right here. Now when this block gets activated, it pushes this piston to start this hopper timer. Now when this piston gets activated, this line gets deactivated, right? Obviously. So then when this line gets deactivated, those pistons go down, which allows that water source right there to flow down here to collect the melons in there. So we got our melons going here. So, I mean, it's a kind of a complicated design, that how it works, and I enjoyed building it a lot. It was definitely one of the harder ones I've had to date of building, but like always, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Dream big.